Okay, so this is going to be a video spawned out of sheer amounts of boredom about how to play mono orange, the rainbow variant. So let's check the deck first. Need the 4 recruits, 1 drops, super important. Thieves Bazaar. It's an enchantment also, it kind of works well with like sneak, some kind of value trade. But mostly replace some kind of more expensive enchantment. So you could do a smexy turn. Now Dark Passenger is Dark Passenger. The thing with Dark Passenger in this deck is it's kind of hard to pull off. So you might as well just, yeah, like running 2 seems just too much. Running 2 seems too much. Ha! Okay. Ghoul, we can't really deal with reanimators. It does also help versus other things, but for example, you could remove a card from Journey of Souls so they get no draw. Would also help to kind of set things up and maybe just kind of prevent stuff like Raided Tombs. It's just an okay card. Since we don't really like Misanthropia, Hammer 3 does that. Lamp of Wonders, obviously 11 enchantments. Divination, good. Now, Sandscape is a bit sketchy. But it does work well with all the other enchantments, right? It's possible you could remove Sandscape 1, maybe 1. I was thinking about adding a second danger zone or maybe something else. Like 1 Sandscape actually seems fine. But we're running 2 because reasons, I don't know. Trickster, it, like, the problem with, well, one of the problems with mono orange is that it's lack of life, and Trickster kinda does extremely well in a, although it does, like, you do lose 1 life when you, for each time the ability is activated, right? It still works pretty well, like saving more life than it actually costs. So all in all, like a hiddenly good life gain that makes you lose life. Weird, but it's true. Since like orange enchantments are a bit meh, a bit meh, I mean pretty meh. You can really experiment with a bunch of enchantments. There's not like, oh yeah, you need to have one bazaar, you need to have. Now you can just like, you can make them. Yeah, just put enchantments to your heart's content. Danger Zone can prove nice, especially with the Guardian Plateau and some other things, you know, just to sneak something in. Engine is obviously one of the best free drops, like, it's insane, like Yaga or Eidolon or whatever. It's a 2/5 Swift, makes deserts. It's not much to say about it. Caravan is good for a sneaky attack, or perhaps a desperate save. Can even be used as a defender if you're in a really bad spot. Now Ifrit is a... I mean, it does do divination free, right? So it can draw a card. So a 4/4 draw card doesn't seem bad. The downside is it's obviously it's text, and the lack of synergy with orange, in a sense that you lose life and you don't want to lose life. It's very hard to play Fritz. I think I'm going to go a bit more into detail when we actually play the game. But let's just try to kind of summarize it. You don't really want them to be alive for far too long. It's kind of hard to push with this deck. Ideally, your opponents will trade into them, lose some value, some tempo. And it's also like very situational to play more than one of them. Depends on the game and everything though. Somice is obviously card draw, Immortal, pretty good for everything. Arquebus is it's like the desertification engine. It's just an overall good card. Raziel is also obviously nice. The most obvious thing being most obviously nice. With the most obvious thing. Knight is a lot of obvious things. The divination, but it's somewhat hard to deal with, especially if you can combine it with some other cards, specifically enchantments, although not really the most relevant thing. The cool thing about Raziel is you can kind of just keep getting the energy, right? You don't really lose anything from using it. It can like add a different sort of threat while you try to go for its ultimate. Cyan is cyan. Seal, seal. Now no, it's like, well, there's not much to talk about these two cards. You also kind of need them though to deal with certain things like ritual or big minions in general, or desperation moves when things get dicey, and they can get dicey. Now, a lot of people don't really like Treasure of Petra, but I don't know why. Obviously, the best thing is to kill a mess from shadows with the Treasure of Petra, but that's not gonna be a constant, right? With the tokens generated from the platoons, eager recruits, or whatever, just playing a smaller minion. Trickster is also fine there, right? You can even play whatever you want. The engine is cool because you can move it away. You can also replace it, so get a lot of mana. Does help with aggression, can snipe stuff. I don't know, I just kind of like the card, I don't know. I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't value Petra as much as me. I actually been told that, so now Guardian Plateau is like one of the cards I was really wanted to see something for mono orange to kind of contest more value in the late game, and since it is a desert, it works well with Mardikors and other things. Angel, obviously, and it's also an enchantment, so pretty good. Mardikors will always a bit sketchy for me. They're 2 damage, often lacks the 1 damage, right? You would really want Mardikor to do 3 damage, but on the Awaken and the Demise, but that would probably be I mean, I think that would be fine, but pretty sure that change is never gonna happen. They can still do their part. Also the lack, like, what else to play? Terminal Patrol is generally a good card, although it is weak to Thunderclap and Magmator. You just kind of have to smash them and hope for the best. Sometimes you just have to take a risk. And the Armageddon obviously makes you not die. Can be a game changer, but basically a game stabilizer. Anyway, let's move into some games where I'll try to explain the thought process behind how I play mono orange. The win rate seems pretty good, but it was this deck has been created a long time ago, and it kind of got hit by nerfs. I think, you know, not to use any hyperbole, but I think like maybe 117,023 times. Yeah, that seems right. Okay, like most games in Mythgard, you kind of wanna just think what's happening, like what are we facing. So I'm gonna automatically assume, since it's a disc, right? There's either a necromantic or a very aggressive deck. So this appears to be the very aggressive deck. Now we'll burn the plateau because it's an enchantment, although the Sandscape is also a fine burn. We're probably not gonna play it. Basically using this as enchantments as sort of lands. You kind of prioritize burning them over all others. So we're gonna focus on the early game, right? We're gonna kind of try to block as much damage as possible. We can still burn the Sandscape. Also helps with the rainbow, although this, you wanna force this, you can kind of wait. So we got a block. It's obviously not gonna be the best, since Slayer can kill it. Yeah. Well, at least that's 2 mana, so we get some tempo, although our tempo is a bit sketchy. Now, here we're left with 2 choices, which are
all right.
Actually that's a better choice. So obviously we burn this. If we didn't draw the Ifrit, which is a pretty good draw, I was kind of contesting whether or not to coin out the Scion or just skip the entire turn. Take a Soma just because we can burn it. Yeah, this seems much better. Now we can like burn another enchantment and play a Triennial Patrol. The Smite with the Ifrit is a problem for us, but we're gonna try to like switch this game from defense to offense. We're just kind of on the receiving end here, right?
Welcome.
So why this position? If there's a Pentacle and wants to kill all of them, this one will trade. So it's quite reasonable to assume Pentacle will come on a Triennial Patrol, on the Triennial Guard on lane 2. I mean, to be fair, actually, if we played it on lane 2, it would still be the same, right? Yeah, it would actually be the same. So why here? I explained it for no reason.
What is lost?
Leave it all on the track.
What? This is a hard turn though, just a bit. Two seals are a bit too much for us, and I also don't need them considering the hand size. A Dark Passenger is something that's really hard to use. Although like sealing this could also be an option. May not be that bad though. So we can seal this or we can patrol. This is one of those decisions where I think it's gonna be quite relevant. What to burn, what to play. Mono Orange isn't the most grateful deck to play in a sense. Like some other decks, like Red Orange, Yellow, Green. Decisions are super important. Okay, I'll just try this though. My decision for the steal was just to kind of keep the tempo, and I also it's not an easy decision. Like if we kill this, it would be a 2-2. It would still come, give them an item. We would have to contest it with a patrol and kind of lose one. There's also a chance of some kind of pentacle, but probably not a big chance. It seems fine. Again, like taking into account that this deck is this deck and this is the current state. We don't really we don't do enough damage, so we can kind of raise them here. It's quite reasonable to assume if we played that patrol on lane 2, our opponent would just played something here. But we are getting there, like possibly one more attack. I like the way it turned out so far. I mean, I don't really hate using the seal on the necromantic. Again, it's safe to assume there'll be another necromantic, right? So like I wouldn't really feel that good trading into the first necromantic and then using the seal there. I might as well just use it immediately. Danger zone seems cool, kinda depends what happens here. Hey, that's fine. See, we're still like taking a lot of damage, even though we've been contesting. We need an apparently we need an orange sword saint. Now, I kind of want to just go all in. So let's check the amount of racers. One racer was used. Just gonna go all in. Next turn we should be able to danger zone and seal. If the need arises, we can just even pride of place. I think this game is over though. Yeah, it kind of looks over. That was pretty systematic, I think. Our opponent's deck doesn't seem very
Leave it all on the track.
shenanigan heavy. Seems reasonable.
Intriguing.
Wait, does this have to be occupied? Oh no. Oh cool, I was kind of thinking, what if this has to be occupied, and then I kind of just missed the lethal. Yeah, but that game, Although it kind of went like turn 8, we did everything. I think this is optimally played. Pretty good example. Yeah, I think this is optimally played and burned. We were still at 10 life, and like I think basically any other decision would make this game much harder. So this matchup. So you kind of just have to really play this deck. It can be grateful at times if you play it properly. Yeah, like the problem I don't like is that we're at 10 life, considering everything we played and everything that was played. Like plus starting life, plus 5 starting life, right? It's plus 15. Basically blocked Simuzen on turn 2. Like 2 damage, I don't know. He just kept blocking and everything. We're still at 10 life. So you see, that's one of the issues I was talking about. I feel like I should be at, I don't know, 17 life or something like that. 15. At the very least. Either way, it is what it is. Let's move on. This deck does require practice, I believe. Well, probably some would need to practice more, some wouldn't. I've like 11 enchantments seem fine. I haven't been struggling with card draw, and you kind of just want to have the least amount of enchantments as possible. If you can kind of keep a stable card draw. With the fact that I've played a bunch of games with this deck, yeah, it never felt bad. That's my standard. Like, you play a deck, does it feel bad or not? And it's never felt bad. Even with bricky stuff, turns, hands, whatever, it didn't feel bad. So yeah, like, why add more? There tends to be a thing with heavy enchantment decks, and that's the fact that at a certain point you kind of just like draw your enchantments. You can't really do anything with them. Obviously, this is not the case for not the case all the time. It's like a bunch of other variables that can happen, but still. I'm pretty sure if someone, if people play the heavy enchantment rainbow decks, they kind of had moments where you're like, oh, I got an enchantment, I got nothing else. Oh, another enchantment, what? And then you just die. You get a enchantment overflood. Let's go while we wait. Lavish Proxy was just nerfed too hard. 4-9 with Regent 2. I would kinda maybe even play it. I think I would. Kushiel sadly seems too slow. Devour the Waste is just a waste of a card. Okay. Another champion. Nice. Danger Zone is a card we won't be needing soon. Yeah, it's basically like a sneak hand sort type of card, sort of. So I kind of want to prioritize, since this is yellow. I want to prioritize the common retreat, which was placed. This goal was. I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think I should have played it here. I actually kind of prefer some other lane like this one.
Yay! Treats!
Well, it's kind of nice. This is like one of the rare moments where I'll not burn an enchantment. So like this is like a good exception for the rule, right? So for one, we can Treasury of Petra kill this. It's safe to assume there's gonna be a possibly a blocker here. Decided not to do it. Why? Why? I don't understand. We're gonna... I don't think we can... Can we keep the seal though? Well, let's try. Try to do more damage. If we can set the Hammond retreat somewhere here, I'm kind of hoping we would get more card draw with this. Well, that's not what I expected at all. Free, huh? I'm gonna do this.
Reporting.
Let's remove this for red tombs. Like this kind of possible. I mean, it doesn't really scream Misanthropia, but I kind of prefer having a, being protected against this. Man, this is a bit sad. It's a lot of damage. See, red tombs. It's quite fine. Alright.
Dangerous sands.
Question is, do we jump block this? It's just 2 damage.
Have a mission.
Oh my god, I can't believe I burned that seal though. See, like this is burn the seal, get punished. I kind of thought like I didn't really think Fall Harvest would happen. That's quite unusual, especially here, so it's a bit hard to play around stuff like this. It's a lot of damage that we're getting. Let's burn this. I forgot to infuse. That's a mistake. One more damage could be relevant. It's probably will be more relevant for us to draw either a Dark Passenger or a Seal. Keeping the resupply caravan. That's quite sad.
Yay! Treats!
Nope. Nope. Well, it's a loss. We could have done one more damage, which we missed. Wouldn't be really relevant, right? No.
Okay, one at a time.
Sadly, this is the most damage we can do. Yeah. The fall harvest isn't really something you can play around though. So in yellow green, I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the first time I'm seeing that. Usually a slow deck, so I think this was correct though. Yeah, okay, if we kept the seal, it's possible we could have won this, but it's such an unusual seal, I think, to keep. Let's do a quick analysis there. Let's see if there was something else to burn though. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, this could have been my mistake. Yeah, like, there's a valid reason to keep seal. You know, if not for now, just for turn 6.
Yay! Treat!
I still feel the Petra and the Hammond retreat was a good decision. Versus yellow green. That probably was a mistake though. Yeah, why not just kinda wanted to do some push to kill the. It's probably smarter to burn this. I think that was a mistake though. I like not just saying it in hindsight, but like, what's the point? And I imagine if we had the seal, I kind of thought we would draw a bit more cards from the treasury though. If this was a seal now, seal this and just kind of play the Hammond retreat, burn. Cool, play the Hammond retreat, replacing the desert, seal this. Now we got this instead. And it's also kind of much more reasonable to assume you'll get small drops, right? 1 drops and 2 drops. So like, not really taking, although it does look like I'm thinking in hindsight, I believe that was a mistake, which is kind of okay, especially for this video, I believe, because we can like see how a single burn can kind of. It's still a bit like playing around fall harvest, like what? It's yellow green. But yeah, you can like see how a single miss burn can lose you the game. We could have obviously not get punished if we drew another seal. We got 2 of them. I was kind of okay even with the Dark Passenger with follow up with a Triennial Patrol or something. Or a Scion would be fine also. So it's like 4 answers basically. Dark Passenger is answer-ish. Okay, so I have no idea what this is. But let's start with
Reporting.
getting some tempo. There's an infuse, so probably don't need to worry about Shinobis of Smoke, right? We're in 34 minutes, so I should. Not sure how long to make this video. An hour. A lot of time thinking. Where's my minesweeper? Well, this ain't good. Okay, I thought there are some technical issues with the entries. Burned enchantment, as is tradition. Is this possibly a canine deck, or is it a Valk? Freaky sidecar, so it should be a Valk deck, right? Ghoul or Trickster? The thing we have to watch here is Thunderclap probably, or Magnus, right? So there's a bit of sketchiness involved. I play this here, so if we don't really get anything smarter, we can just kind of trade, so we don't lose to a bunch of value to Thunderclap. There's also a Haman Retreat, which we have two of, and it doesn't actually do anything. Well, I guess it can do with a Ghoul blocker. So it's not a Bulks. Is it possible it was K9 with Freaky sidecar? It is. It's a bit unusual. Okay, this seems pretty straightforward. Why not just trade, right? We'll just kill everything. Colosseum, is it free? 4 cards. The question now is, do we... I don't think the Ghoul does that much, so we'll just play the Lamp. It's a card draw though. Seal could be a... No, just take the card draw, even though it's burned. We're gonna block with the Arquebus. Okay, there's nothing here. This is forged, might as well. This seems pretty straightforward. Wasn't really much to think about here. Take another card draw. Basically slowly just going to Angel if there's a need, but this game does seem pretty over. Arquebus obviously works well with this.
Soldier down!
See what we draw. So like, if you move the Arquebus on lane 5, a marching orders could come, and there's probably a marching order. Yeah, there is. Let's try to go with this. Magnus and Thunderclips probably a thing, but they seem a bit rarer in canines, so not to mention the gems here. I think it's an okay time to use this. Even if we get like one of them, we can still survive and then just kind of continue.
Covering fire!
It's quite fine for us. Just keep everything dead. We burned what? What did I burn? Petrol. Okay, now we got two of them. We're just pushing, and we got an angel if things get dicey. We also got like Mythgard, which we could play on a desert. So this should be pretty over. It was a pretty straightforward game. To be angel or to be Mythgard? And is it really relevant?
Targets down. Target area.
We get two of these, so it's fine. I was like, I don't believe it was really that relevant here. Generally, the thing being,
Deploy!
I kind of just took the worst case scenario into mind and played around it. And the worst case was a horn with buffing this, but that doesn't really set it. They would still live. Okay, let's continue this orange tutorial with extra oranges. In the Canaan deck, you just kind of wanna, well, you have to just focus on the early game. You just kind of forgo value. You prioritize health above all, and killing and blocking minions. Like that right trickster we played on lane 7. Well, I did think there were Valks. It's still the same though. Although Canaans are a bit more straightforward, so like very few decks can actually raise them, so yeah, you don't want that. Burn the enchantment for the rainbow. This is gonna be red orange. Oh man, there's a million things you have to worry about red orange, because red orange. Ideally, we wanna push. Ideally, we wanna keep one seal for ritual. I wanna keep the board clear. Okay, it's red-green. Still a tier 1 deck though. This is a problem. Oh my god. Coin seal. You're at 3 mana, I can't play anything. Let's just try to do this, kinda. It's like, cause it's 2 minions, right? So we really wanna kill this. As it does go to the bottom though, so I don't think sealing here is correct. It's just yeah. It's a quite a bad turn for us. But the thing is, I mean, if we had Treasure of Petra, we would just kill this. Would be amazing. Yeah, if you just seal this with a coin seal, you could have played the Ifrit. The thing is, it's red-green, right? So they have a bunch of things like Raided Tombs, whatever, and they can. You'll just probably lose. I think I'll like lose the game in 15 turns or something if I seal this. The reason I coined out this was because the Ifrit would. I'm guessing there was either this, the Oak or Muse. So. Oh, it's man, do we maybe just Ghoul? I should probably just Razil.
What do you seek?
Urgot earlier.
I wanna give them an Oak. Would be amazing if we had a like a desert somewhere so we could treasure in Ghoul. Well, that wouldn't be enough mana. The F is this. Yeah, this could be a move that actually makes us lose the game. Like, what are you gonna do with it? We're worried about ritual now. So this is a. It's fine, I guess. I guess we'll take Mardikor. A weird decision, I know, but let's take it. Magmator is out, which is kind of good for us. Now we're just hoping for no ritual. Ritual is so strong though. Didn't have anything good. Not really sure why. Concede, like I definitely wouldn't concede at this point. I mean, I'm kind of curious about the hand. I'd probably kind of focus on Ghoul to kill the treasury and just kind of go with an Ifrit. Actually, let's just check the hand. Can't really, especially since it's like red-green. What was the problem here?
Flame, take you.
Oh, I get the reason behind the conceit. I wasn't really paying attention. Well, I know, like, this, never mind, I don't get it. You're branded with, sure, but you can kill this if you want. You can play the dashing. Then burn the life, buff the 10, 5 attack. So no. So I actually couldn't play the Den. I mean, could have played the Den, but wouldn't kill the Raziel, and we would get ultimate. So that was the reason behind the concede. So yeah, this was a okay. So it made sense. I was like, why did Surrendered concede? Yeah, it makes perfect sense. So this is like what I was talking about at the start. Like Raziel, apart from the card draw, can be really good versus certain matchups. I didn't really explain why I played it over Ghoul and Focus, but yeah, this was like one of the reasons. It like has a, it's like a hidden, unnoticeable, which is practically the same thing, being a bit redundant here, a win condition. So it just kind of has like a certain point value and just playing it without it being contested and just kind of doing stuff, and this is a good example. I mean, even if it didn't have the ultimate, it's like Divination 2, is it 2? Divination 2 for a Rainbow deck, yeah, why not? 2/6 worth it, fine. Divination 2 all the time, yeah. I've been like asked why not do danger zones, and the reason being the fact that danger zone isn't a desert, it's a kinetic enchantment, so sadly it's not a desert, right? You can though, you can run 2 of them. Just remove a Sandscape. To be fair, the Sandscapes I haven't been using that much, so I do like at least one though, but does well with Somaesis and helps Caravan. Oof, that's a bad hand. It's a very bad hand.
I found you.
It's the worst of hands.
Oh.
So again, we don't need danger zone. We well, setting up. Stranded is setting up. We might as well do the same. Oh man, I can't want Raziel now, but now let's take the card draw. Always draw. It wouldn't be a bad choice though, I think. Just kind of taking Raziel and then burning an enchantment and playing Raziel somewhere.
What hark?
Yeah, it doesn't seem bad. This is a move. I generally like when they kill this. Thing is, yeah, I was actually thinking whether or not they would use the Panacea to draw cards. So this like can be a bad move. It could also not be. It's so sketchy though. It's like 3 cards. We could have ignored it, but then we take like 4 damage. And then the Panacea can move, and it's just everything's happening. I'll try a Triennial Patrol just because it's pretty early in the game, although we got like 3 card draws. Another card. Since we got this, we can always take a seal. We should all probably just gonna get a single seal. And kind of keep it. Let's take this. Set this up for the late game. Possibly we manage to do 4 damage to this so we can kill it. It's probably not gonna happen, but whatever. So there's a couple of things we need to worry about. It's big minions and it's
Oh,
ritual.
I found you.
It's a interesting decision. It's a wise decision though. Could have killed this, I think. Thieves Bazaar here, what we get. Wait, at 10 we can double Mardikor. Mardikor here, kill this, Mardikor and kill this. That could have been fine. Try to do this.
Reporting.
Yeah, full board. The other move could have been better though. I didn't really want to replace the Guardian Plateau though. It's like a, I don't know, Stranded's hand. If we knew what was in the hand, we could do it much better. Obviously. What a statement. Okay, that's fine. This is a problem. Demise to this. Oh no. Maybe we get a seal, huh? No, no seal. This is a big problem.
Dangerous sands.
So good if we could play the... Actually, we could have done that. Attack this with this, move the lane 4 guard on lane 3 and then play the Trickster here. Well... Yeah, I probably should have done that. It's got so many issues now. The demise, if we get a seal, we seal this, right? But what if the ritual comes out? I don't know. Serapis can return with this. Quite a bad spot to be in. So like, this is a. We did burn the seal. Like you can always like there's a good. We didn't burn the seal. Never mind. But in certain cases when you get a seal, it's like you keep it, and like if stuff like this happens, you profit. But if it doesn't happen, then you're basically playing with one card less in a sense. So like, what do you do? It's a hard decision always when you get seal. I'm guessing there's gonna be attack, like why not? It's 6 damage, right?
What fuck?
No attack, that's actually good for us. I don't know why it didn't attack, but Caravan maybe. It's just too much damage. I mean, it's too much health. We can't really contest it in any meaningful way. It's like 6 damage, 7. Still would prefer a seal. It's fine.
Oh, I found you.
Two,
Oh,
3,
I
5,
found you.
8. Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay. This is very tough. It's very tough.
Dangerous sands.
Doesn't look good for us. Serapis short stake was a bit too much. Sadly, we didn't get any answer to it. Dark Passenger would have helped us kill this, although that would still be pretty bad, like getting the Serapis back. The problem is our health also. If we had like kind of contested the board. We like had a full board constantly, and this still happened. Yeah, we just kind of killed this Dark Passenger on engine, kill it. It's fine. At least we kind of stop taking damage, and that's basically what we want. There's a bunch of cards here, which is good.
Take you.
Yeah. How do we do this? Well, that's one way of doing it. I believe we should probably more mana. We should get more minions. Let's try it like this. It's a bit but it should be fine.
Reporting.
Yeah. It's just too much health. We're at 11. Two Marticores seem pretty fine. There's still a bunch of issues, right? There's the issue of Gigantomachia, there's an issue of Ritual. How much can we kill? We can kill 1, 2. Just gonna focus. I did want to play this to block, but I didn't really have anything to burn. I did consider like adding one more mana by exchanging a Somaiosis with a Haman Retreat. It's could have been fine. 11 is much better than 8, and not just by 3. Mythgard Myth.
We have a mission.
Keep the board full. Oh, we need like a seal or a Dark Passenger. We need a. Kinda depends. Oh my god, this definitely feels like Ritual. There it is. A Rashi Ritual. It's not that bad though. It's actually quite decent. The problem is stranded is at 2 cards with the Divination 4 draw. That's smart though, just focusing on the face damage. It's definitely something you should be doing. Because he's losing this game in terms of board control and everything. The only thing that's left is face damage. He's got a face damage. Two cards.
have a mission.
Probably need to play this, right? Yeah. We got a seal, that's good. We got a Soma Aces, that's good. It's not like this protects against Magmater, so why did I play it? I believe this was a mistake.
Flame, take you.
Okay. Can't really do much when you get high rolled like this, but I think we played this properly. The obviously could have used the Trickster's ability here. We didn't really get yeah, we just took so much damage from the demise Jordsteg. We got like ritual this. But I think this was properly played. I don't remember any mistakes, could be wrong, but seems fine. Yeah, if we had some kind of... If I definitely had an option of killing the Hellion, I would have done it. The Trickster wouldn't help us, right? We would... This would do... We'd be still at exact 0, so... I kinda just hoped there wouldn't be a Magmater. Just a second Magmater. I also was taken a bit surprised. I thought there would be a ritual, but not a dashing into ritual. Hysterical. Ugh. We were actually in a decent position. Get the Soma for free. This if necessary, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, can't win them all, but it didn't really. I got 3 out of 5. Oh yeah, the first loss was a mistake to burn the seal, as I said. So I think that'll be it's like 1 hour 13. Yeah, it should be fine. Hopefully, anyway. Hopefully this is somewhat educational and interesting. If it ever gets out. I guess till the next time. Get bored and do a quick